following is a presentation of Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for Spring Hill High School Athletics. On your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for the Broncos, right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
And good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend and welcome back to the friendly confines of Spring Hill High School Stadium as we settle in for a nice night of high school football here in week number 4 in the state of Kansas as the Spring Hill Broncos welcome in the Bonner Springs Braves. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me Matt Jones and Caden Carbajo as we get set for this one as your Spring Hill Broncos look to move to 4-0 on the season, 3-0 for the first time since 2001, and kind of starting to make a name for themselves a little bit across the area. There's not a lot of teams that are still undefeated. They made their way through Miami County, taking care of Lewisburg and Paola in weeks 1 and 2. They've been on the road for 2 weeks, obviously going over to take care of Ottawa, a team that's been down a little bit, and now welcome in this Bonner Springs teams. The Spring Hill Broncos, again, 3-0, 3-0 in the Frontier League. They're outscoring opponents 42-7 in these first 3 games, and just incredible performances all across the way, led by quarterback Fletcher Pankey and a really good wide receiving core. But as I was doing some preparation for this ball game, Pankey, 36 of 56, a 65% completion percentage, 523 yards, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception through 3 games. That's a pretty good stat line. And bring in my partner here, Matt Jones. And Matt, you've been able to see those last 2 weeks. I haven't been able to, but Broncos appear to be clicking on all cylinders, and Pankey's efficiency and accuracy seem to be a big part of that.
Oh, absolutely. He's been extremely efficient, very poised in the pocket. When a mistake happens, he gathers the troops, and they keep moving forward. And you can't go anywhere talking about Zachary Knowlton as well. He last week against Ottawa, he was everywhere. He kicked, he returned, he recovered one of their own fumbles. He did everything for the Broncos last Friday night.
Yeah, I mentioned this, I think, in that first broadcast, but I spoke to the football team and I asked a question. I was trying to make a point, but it backfired on me because I said, who's the best player? Thought I was going to start an argument. It was 100% to buy-in that Zach Knowlton was the best player on the team, and he does it all. He can be everywhere. Those 4 wide receivers, and there's more really that contribute. Those seniors are very impressive. Daniel Mitchell, 8 catches, 156 yards, and 5 scores on the season already. He leads the receiving corps in touchdown catches. Zach Knowlton does it on the air and through the ground, 8 catches for over 130 yards and 3 scores. He also has over 180 yards on the ground on 11 carries and 2 scores. Second leading rusher on the team. Carter Mead has some really good numbers on offense and also defense. One of their team leaders on that side of the ball, Cameron Crotchett, just a phenomenal athlete, got the size, get great hands. And they are doing it. Not only the offense, but the defense. I mentioned that scoring 42-7. That's because the defense has helped people in check. And the little engine that could, Brandon Richardson, 5'6", 130-pound linebacker, 42 tackles, 28 solo, 5 tackles for loss. Man, he is just kind of like Zach on the offensive side of the ball. He's everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. He does a good job. He's sound, and he's not out of position, which is huge, especially since usually Spring Hill, the first 3 weeks, they've been smaller than the other team, so they have to play assignment football. They can't get away with powering through the other team.
Bonner Springs comes in at 1-2, 0-2 in the Frontier League. They're coming off a 28-48 loss to Eudora last week. Their only win on the season, overtime win over Shawnee Heights in week 2, 35-34. So they can score some points, 28 points there. 35 points in week 2, 21 points in week 1 against Paola. And so they're led by quarterback Jay Smith, 6'2", 185. He kind of does everything for him. Almost 400 yards through the air and 3 scores, but 2 interceptions. He also has 62 carries already for over 300 yards and 6 touchdowns. So as Jay Smith goes, they will go on defense. It'll be Brandon Andrew, their leading tackler, 35 tackles, 9 tackles for loss. He also carries the ball all on the ground. These two teams met last year in week 4, and Spring Hill took care of business 41-0. We kind of expect the same here tonight, but you got to play the game, and we'll see how that goes. More analysis coming your way here just a little bit as we continue on the Comfort Designs pregame show. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Called those dudes on Sunday. They were there on Tuesday. It was hot, and they were going to install it on Wednesday. They came in, got it done. That was my week this week. Brand new HVA system from those good guys and ladies at Comfort Designs. Appreciate their support. And, of course, Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, specializing in creating beautiful smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and the staff at Strode Orthodontics is experienced, highly trained, and fully licensed orthodontic specialists with decades of combined experience in the orthodontic field. With locations in Spring Hill, Olathe, and Overland Park, they're very convenient. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. We'll come back, talk more about this one. Keys of the game, starting lineups, opening kickoff still to come. It's the Broncos and the Braves tonight right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-34.
Great rendition of the Star Spangled Banner by the Spring Hill Marching Band. Had a full performance before that. You got a chance to see that as we were kind of talking. And really incredible performance all the way around by those guys who put in all that work as well all season long to be ready for performances. And a very nice job by the Spring Hill Marching Band. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me, Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo, as we do get into this one. Time for our area matchups brought to you by Apex Massage Therapy. Massage isn't just a luxury, it's a way to be a happier, healthier life. Kylie at Apex Massage Therapy knows your aches and pains may be the same as others, but your treatment plan doesn't have to be. Schedule your appointment by calling 913 913-575-1079. Apex Massage Therapy, 913-575-1079. And this is, I told you about the Comfort Designs installing a new heating and air conditioning unit. I'm Sturdy Orthodontics, got braces on my daughter. I don't mind trying out my sponsors, especially when it's Apex Massage Therapy. So we make sure to give them some love all season long. Area matchups, some games around the area. Not a ton of premier matchups necessarily. In the Frontier League, it's Tonganoxie at Eudora, Kansas City Pipers at Lewisburg, Ottawa's at Paola, and Baldwin is at Topeka Hayden. Those are all games you can hear on our network of channels. Be sure to check those out if you want to see some other ball games going on around the area. Also, kind of locally, 3A Osawatomie at Santa Fe Trail. One of our broadcasts, Girard, is 3-0 at Anderson County. They win another one. I think they'll pop into the rankings in Class 3A, hopefully. Probably the best one might be Lawrence at number 1, 5A Mill Valley in our area matchups. Both 3-0 on the season. Olathe North is number 2 in 6A. They're playing at Olathe West. A nice rivalry matchup there tonight. And just good games all across the metro. Another good one, number 4, Blue Valley Northwest, in 6A, is at St. James Academy. St. James coming off a 4A state championship a year ago, 0-3 on the year. Bishop Miege is number 1 in Class 4A despite being 1-2. They'll go over to Rockhurst. We'll see how good they are when they play Rockhurst here in a little while. I got to believe if they go to 1-3, they don't get to stay at number 1, do they, Matt?
They could not, but in their defense, they've played, they're in the EKL, and the EKL is
tough.
brutal.
Yep, it's really tough. Big news today, classifications came out. Not a ton of changes. One of the biggest one probably. Spring Hill fans will love it. People in 4A level do not like the fact now St. Thomas Aquinas dropping down from 5A to 4A in football starting next year. So just making the hardest classification of football even harder to win in Class 4A. That's my opinion. The views expressed are mine, I promise you. But right now we are getting ready for this one. We'll take another quick break. We come back. Keys to the game, starting lineups coming up next right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsurancegroup.com.
HERS Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at HERS, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call HERS at
913-247-3530.
Hey, I'm Mike Rope, here today to encourage you to connect with 811 before you dig.
And I'm Micro, and I'm here because I love to dig in the dirt.
It's true. He's also here because he's very small and not that bright.
Here, for instance, we can see Micro doing what he loves to do. And here we can see the consequences of not doing what he should have done. Dude, why didn't you call 811?
I forgot the number.
See? Not that bright.
Welcome back out here on the Comfort Designs pregame show. BJ Harris, Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo. I do want to remind you about one of our programs we have and rolling it out here. If you want to see the latest play, and I guarantee you're going to have some chances to see some big plays here today with this matchup. If you see a big play, if you text SHHS to 816-406-0051, you'll get a link to a video right to your phone. You can rewatch the video over and over again. It's a program and a partnership we have with a company called Easy Relic very new company, very new technology that we've been very fortunate to have a partnership here and roll it out, kind of a beta test, in fact, with them. And want you to take advantage of that. No cost to you. Standard data rates may apply, but other than that, it does not cost you anything. Again, text SHHS to 816-406-0051. And best of all, it's free. To learn more, go to SpringHillSportsLive.com. That's our Easy Relic program. Time for our starting lineups, brought to you by America's Heartland Collection. From antiques to live plants, you never know what you're going to find to add to your own personal collection. Let us spark your curiosity at America's Heartland Collection, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5 at 305 South Webster, right there, basically across catty corner from the elementary school, across the street from the elementary school. Go and check those guys out. I'm going to hit on the highlights of the starters here. We're able to get the O-line, and that kills me as an O-lineman. But running back, Draven Pipkin, 6 foot 205, 39 carries on the year, over 200 yards rushing so far this year. Daniel Mitchell, wide receiver, 6'1", 172, a senior, 8 catches, 156 yards. Mentioned Fletcher Pankey, the quarterback, just having a phenomenal senior season so far, 6'1", 185. Zach Knowlton, 5'8", 150, 8 catches, 136 yards and 3 scores, 11 carries and 181 yards. That's pretty good average on the ground for Zach. 2 touchdowns rushing as well. Other one of those skill guys, Carter Mead, 5'11", 168, a senior. He's got 8 catches and 99 yards. He just needs one extra to be one of 4 guys in the receiving corps over 100 yards receiving through 3 games. That's pretty good. There's not a lot of guys that can do that. The other one's Cameron Crotchet, 6'3", 185, 9 catches, 121 yards. Mentioned the starters, the key guys, Jay Smith, going to be the quarterback. You'll hear that name a lot tonight, number 5 for you, 6'2", 185, and a senior. And then through the air, they'll look at Alex Amayo, 5 catches, 80 yards. James Andrzejewski, 5 catches, 82 yards on the season. Trent Stymick is another one of those weapons on the edge, 6 catches, 146 yards. And then there may other running back, one of the leading guys defensively as well, but number 44, Peyton Parks, 6 foot, 188. And I believe there was a Parks kid a couple of years ago that was a big, strong kid that was a running back for them that had quite a few yards. I've got to believe that's probably some of that lineage, 34 carries for 201 yards already here on the season. Keys to the Game brought to you by Spring Hill Chiropractic. Key to a better quality of life is making Spring Hill Chiropractic part of your health and wellness plan. Dr. Daniel Harding strives to make it easy and affordable as possible to get the care you need for the whole family. Learn more at SpringhillChiropractor.com or call 913-592-3541. Matt, you've had a chance to see the Broncos. They have played really well. You know, if you can try to find a place where they can improve, what might be some of those things they need to do to even get over that hump? Because obviously their focus right now is on the orange and white and black team, but DeSoto's coming in next week, and if you can be clicking on all cylinders, you might have a chance to knock off that team.
Well, I think going forward, last week they looked a little bit sloppy, even though the score didn't indicate that. Ottawa made so many mistakes, and Spring Hill was able to capitalize on it. They had short fields, they had turnovers, so Spring Hill needs to get rid of those mistakes. Couple silly penalties that Spring Hill had last week. They need to clean that stuff up before next Friday night. Really focus on those routes for the receivers being perfect. They've been so good, but in a way they've kind of overmatched the other teams. So they need to keep focusing on getting those routes perfect as they move on.
Got a little color rush action going on tonight. Purple on purple, I dig it a lot. One of my favorite things is yellow numbers on a dark jersey. As a aging broadcaster, it just makes my job so much easier. You'll notice the difference right away. And then orange numbers on a white jersey, I love it too. So we should be able to know who's playing here tonight. Homecoming as well. Those festivities take place at halftime. We'll carry those for you for their entirety. And so looking forward to a great night of high school football. It is gorgeous weather. It is the first full week of fall, and it is no place better to be right now than either watching us on Spring Hill Sports Live or here in person. We'll come back. Over to kickoff coming up next right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast, priced right, with plans starting at $34.95. No throttling, no tricks, more upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com. Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos! Here we go. Broncos and the Braves here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Opening kickoff brought to you by Seats Incorporated. Kick off your new career with Seats Incorporated in Spring Hill. Seats is a leader in manufacturing of quality seating and accessories for vehicles with competitive wages and benefits. To see all their openings or to apply online, go to seatsinc.com. Work right here in town with Seats Incorporated, a very good employer, good business to have here, very involved. Zach Knowlton, you mentioned Mr. Do Everything, going to kick it away here for the Broncos from left to right. In those purple jerseys. Back deep to receive is James Andrew Jeske. He'll get it coming to your side, nearly tackled by his own guy, kind of helped out there and then wrestled down to the ground. And tackle made for Spring Hill by number 16, James Newton, the 5'11", 160-pound junior. And so Bonner will start on their own 27-yard line.
You can appreciate that offensive line that they're strutting out right now.
Yeah, there's some beef up front for sure. They got a little small on this guard to the near side, but watch him. He'll be the best one on the team. Oh. And this tackle on the near side is a different-looking dude. Quarterback again is Jay Smith. Good athlete, little straight zone read, dragging some defenders, then finally hit back. Offense going to get a little bit of a push up front. It'll be a gain of 3 on the play. On the run by Smith. And nothing fancy about that, just that straight zone read, find an open hole and get behind a blocker and go. And again, he's got on the year over 330 yards rushing. Over 300 yards rushing and 300 yards passing here in first 3 games of the year. So he's averaging 200 yards a game. That's pretty good. Parks the running back. Fake the swing around this way, and then he's going to keep it on the ground. He's got some big open running rooms. Does Smith, finally brought down. Man, a huge hole. Everything came near side, and then he went the other direction.
And that was a good fake to start, and Spring Hill did a good job closing in at the end there. Their defensive backfield was in the right place, and made a touchdown-saving tackle.
Ends up being a gain of 15 on the play.
For the first 3 weeks, Spring Hill has kind of been the bend but don't break defense.
Smith again at quarterback, 2 wide receivers on the near side. Turner handoff to the big guy up front. He barrels forward, big, strong. You better get low and tackle low with Parks. Peyton Parks, 6 foot 188. He looks bigger than 188.
He sure does.
34 carries for 201 yards. He's just going to keep you honest and let Smith do his work. That's a gain of 10 on his first touch of the ball game and another first down for the Braves.
See if the defensive line can settle down a little bit and create some penetration, be gap sound.
Inside Bronco territory at the 45-yard line. 2 guys on either side, 1 on either side. Turn, handoff, going the other way, trying to catch out there. He's in the backfield. Flag comes down as well. Good pursuit down the line by Carter Mead. 14 tackles, make it 15 on the year, and an interception. That's probably in the vicinity of holding as well. It's going to be a 2-yard loss in the tackle for loss, but a holding penalty, they'll take that and back them up 10. It'll be first down and 20 when they reset it. It's hard to tell, last week with Ottawa, kind of struggled a little bit. Probably didn't give them a complete good look. They didn't have to play the full game either. And Bonner's going to come out and run right at you, it looks like, so you better be ready to go. And the other thing is, and I didn't mention this keys to the game, but how do teams handle success? How do you recognize you're 3-0 and get a little bit of attention and stuff like that? You don't want to let that go to your head too much. Park to the right now with Smith. He'll send a man in motion. Andrew Jeske. They'll pitch it out to him, try to catch him in the flat. He's got the yardage back and maybe a couple more from the penalty. A gain of 12 on the little pitch and catch from Smith to Andrew Jeske.
And he didn't have anybody around him for a good 5 yards. So that's a little bit of a breakdown on the Spring Hill side. Look to see if they can correct that moving forward.
So a gain of 12 on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. So more than half of it made up after the holding penalty. One wide receiver near side, 2 to the far side. Andrew Jeske's in that slot. Parks just to the left and behind. Smith, turn, handoff. Going to keep it, trying to pick his way. Good vision, but kind of caught.
Just enough jersey to slow him down.
Richardson probably won't get credit for the tackle, maybe an assist, but he's the one that kind of got a hold of him to keep him, because if he'd have got his head of steam going, who knows? It's a gain of 4 on the play. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Definitely, third and 4 is a lot more manageable, so we'll see what they come up with here.
Already a pretty sustained drive, and 1st down would keep it alive for Bonner. Turn, handoff, Parks. Stopped and brought down. Richardson going to pull some back. It had a whole host of help with him as well.
Great gang tackling.
Coming up there, one of the guys at the point of attack was Casey O'Neill, 5'11", 183-pound sophomore, part of that really talented sophomore class. And, of course, we say his name a lot. He's one of the leading tacklers on this team is Mark Debiak, your standard 6'4", 205 sophomore. Those dudes don't walk around in the school very often. 3 wide receivers near side. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Big play here for the Bronco defense. Smith looking, lets it fly. He's got his man out of his hands. I don't know why you pass on 3rd and 4 right there. They've been averaging about 8 yards a carry.
That's a very interesting call. Spring Hill was there on defense, but the receiver had a step. Had that been thrown well, it probably would have been a big play, if not a touchdown.
So took a little time off the clock, but ends up being a turnover on downs after 8 plays for the Braves. And this place is jam-packed, Nick.
It is. I looked out there a few minutes ago. It's packed.
1st down and 10 here for the Broncos. Pankey turns, send it to Knowlton, going the other way. Bends that corner. Good run by Zach across the 45.
Always moving forward, always getting those couple extra yards, tiptoeing down the sideline. Just his body awareness is amazing.
Get those extra yards. It's going to be a run of 9 for Knowlton. And they bring up a 2nd down and 1. How aggressive does Coach Madlin get here? Going to throw it under, trying to get a little screen action. Throw it under for Carter Mead. Falls incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 1.
It was a dangerous throw. That could have ended up poorly for Spring Hill.
Yeah, if it pops up a little bit higher off of his back shoulder, that's going to be a free ball, and somebody comes underneath it, they're going to have a green carpet all the way to the end zone. 2 wide receivers near side. Knowlton in the slot, Crotch at the wide out. Going to be a run, turn, handoff. Pipkin not enough of a head of a steam, and this is going to be a 4th down and short. Maybe got enough push forward, but I don't think so. Pipkin wearing 26 instead of his normal 2.
It's really close. Do you go for it, or do you punt it away, live to see another day?
I'm going to stay up here and let Jason make that decision.
Yep.
They're going to go for it. It's an aggressive team, aggressive offense. Maybe try to get them to jump off sides. We'll see. 13 seconds left on the play clock. And officials telling the assistants, the 3 of them creeping out there. Only one's going to make the decision what to do here. I think they're going to let this clock run down and probably call a timeout. 7:43. I didn't see anybody call for a timeout. They took a delay of game, actually. I thought it'd be early to use a timeout here.
I would agree. I think taking the penalty makes more sense.
Yeah, so they'll take a delay of game, and they will punt it away. Boy, on 1st down, you got 2nd and 1, and the Broncos aren't able to get a 1st down. Keep that play in your mind. If things don't go well here for a while for the Broncos, that's one that's the other option right in that part of the field would have been maybe a time to do a punt fake.
Absolutely, yeah.
Early in the game, that's not necessarily when you do that, but we'll see. how that impacts the rest of this contest.
Like you said, they've been aggressive all year, so there's no reason to stop now.
He'll get one off. Little line drive kick, going to get a good Bronco roll down near the 15-yard line. And that's where Caleb Chandler putting that one where he needed to put it. And Bonner will start deep inside their own territory here with 7:20 to play in this first quarter. Both teams kind of feeling each other away. I would say Bonner right now has an early advantage. They were able to move the ball a little bit in their first possession.
They sure did. Like we said earlier, I think if they'd instead of passing on that fourth down they went for, if they'd have run right at them, they probably would have had a little more success. But like you said, we're sitting up here.
Yeah, we get paid to be broadcasters, and they get paid to make those decisions.
That's right.
I've second-guessed a lot over the years. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But
it wouldn't be fun if we didn't.
It's my prerogative as a broadcaster, right? Second-guess decisions of coaches. No. Turn, Smith, handoff again. Good tackle down low, little submarine style to get underneath. And again, coming in to make that one, I believe, was Austin Rivers. He's second leading tackler on this team with 39 tackles, 25 solo, including 2 tackles for loss and a pick. Right behind him, the leading tackler, Brandon Richards. That's what you want. You want your linebackers making those plays.
Absolutely.
And making a tackle on a big guy like that. A run and a gain of 1 yard brings up 2nd down and 9. Smith, straight drop, turn, lets it float out there, and man, Daniel Mitchell reads that one a little bit faster perhaps. He might be out there to get it, but it's over the head, incomplete. Bring up 3rd down and 9.
Very well covered by the Spring Hill defensive backfield.
Pass was intended for Trent Stymick. If this gets punted away right here deep inside their own territory, the punt decision certainly is a good one. You want to flip that field and play field position early in the game as well. 6:48 and counting here, or 6:48 to go rather in this first quarter. Everybody to the left side. Pressure coming, lets it fly. And just trying to get that one away was Smith. Pressure coming by Mark Debiak. And it falls incomplete, brings up a 4th down and a punting situation here.
Looking at some pretty good field position coming up, barring anything awful happening.
Knowlton's going to position himself inside the 50. So not a ton of respect for the punting game. We'll see if that holds true here.
The punter's not very deep. Not even 10 yards.
Yeah.
That might have got.
I think it got tipped.
I think it
got blocked
tipped
out of there, and that would be, if it was, one of the guys coming in close. We'd have to see it on a replay. Casey O'Neill again. We've already said his name once. He might have got in there, or maybe Richardson. But that is going to be very good field position, a bad punt, or a partially blocked punt.
Well, when you're only 8 yards deep, that's going to happen.
That's what I thought.
I mean, that's 2 block punts 2 weeks in a row. There was one last weekend in Ottawa.
Special teams are always good. That's the kind of thing that takes a team that's 3-0 and lets them get on a little bit of a run. People I don't think always realize that, but, all the other aspects might be even, but if you can get some freebies in the special teams, here's a run by Knowlton. He's going to turn that corner. Good block by Crotchet outside on the edge. He barrels forward up near the 15-yard line. A good run, more than 10 yards, make it 12 on the carry by Zach Knowlton. And a very good block by Cameron Crotchet out on the edge.
The receivers, you could tell on this team they take pride. There's only so many footballs to go around to catch, but if they can make great blocks like that, that is equally impressive, especially at this level.
Pipkin trying to catch the edge, nearly lost his footing. Now he'll go back against the grain, just trying to make a little something out of nothing. Maybe gets a yard on the play. And it will.
Maybe a yard, it looks like. Sometimes I think with Pipkin, if he would just run, just go, and not tiptoe around, and just run and use that big frame of his and go.
That play was designed to try to get outside. That might be part of the question there. Turn, going to fake it to him, looking to pass. Panky throws it low. What a catch! Cameron Crotchet had to go down subterranean almost to get that ball under the ground. Able to pull it up off the deck. It's a gain of 14, maybe 13 on the catch. And, man, what hands by Cameron Crotchet.
Oh, that was a great catch. That's the second low ball that Pankey has thrown this evening. So something to keep an eye on, something to clean up.
First and goal, handoff. Pankey's going to keep it himself, rather. Touchdown, Broncos. A 2-yard plunge by Fletcher Pankey on his first carry of the ball game. And the Broncos strike first here with 5:22 to play in this first quarter. Fold me on the fake.
Last week they did the same thing. We actually disagreed on the broadcast. I said, no. Pankey kept it, walked into the end zone.
Yeah. 2-yard run. Now the kick. Trying to put a PAT on the air. Up and good. On the kick by Rocco Russo. And the Broncos lead 7-0. 5:22 to play first quarter. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Seven to 0 your score, 5:22 to play here first quarter. Broncos going a 4-play. 22-yard drive, excellent field position because it was more than that. It was 27-yard drive. And capped off on a 1-yard touchdown plunge by Fletcher Pankey.
Like the rest of the season, they capitalized on the other team's mistake, had great field position.
Yeah, the punt was maybe a 5-yard net by the time it was all said and done. It was not very good. So the Broncos will kick it away again. Zach Knowlton going to kick it away for the Broncos. Andrew Jeske, along with Stymick, I believe, down deep to receive for Bonner. Low kick by Knowlton, not going to be fielded very well. It's not him, it's Jacob Jones. Near side return by Jones, coming in there to play it. Richardson covers the ground. How about your linebacker? He forced the fumble too. Bronco ball down inside the 5-yard line. How about Richardson come flying out of nowhere right down the middle.
Great open field tackle. That was a really hard ball to catch, which obviously set up the whole run back, and then the returner ran backwards.
Yeah, right to him too. They're going to say it's not going to be Bluebirds are out. It's the season for the Bluebirds, actually. I think hunting season starts soon for those. So it's still going to be pinned deep inside, though. Goodness gracious.
They're not happy about that call, but
it may be right. I don't know. It's tough to tell, but
hey,
it does not.
They use the replay.
Yeah, maybe. It does not diminish the incredible effort and nice open field tackle by Richardson. Here's Smith. Turn, trying to jump over one. Good run by him. Going to be caught from behind and brought down by Keanu Tiafu. Catching him from behind. I'm saying, well, why don't you stop right there? Still a gain of 7 on the run.
A little breathing room to work with now for Bonner.
Second and 2 for the Braves.
Turn, handoff, Parks. Runs into somebody keeping contained on that far side. I think it was Debiak perhaps over on that far side. Or Daniel Mitchell maybe coming up on that. Working together to try to keep him from getting ahead of steam. It's just going to be a gain of about 1.
Crucial for those guys to stay on the outside to maintain position, keep contained. He was right where he needed to be.
3rd down and 1, a long one here for the Braves. Parks to the left to Smith. They'll turn handoff to the big fella. Nothing doing, but he busts out last minute. Ooh. Boy, there was a big group of guys making the stop, but able to bounce off that pile and fall forward for a good gain of about 7 or 8 yards, actually, after it looked like it was going to be stopped for a loss on the play. Good second effort there by Parks to make it happen.
Absolutely. Good hard run.
Shock him up to a gain of 6 on the run by Parks. And a first down and 10, just shy there of the 25-yard line. Smith going to keep it himself, coming this way. Good contain there. Coming from behind. D-back can't catch him. Finally a little help on the inside. There was a nice open there. Rivers going to make that tackle for the Broncos. But not before he picks up 4 on the play to bring up second down and 6.
And you can see why Smith is the cornerstone of their offense. I mean, when they need to play, he makes it. That was all athleticism, and he should have been tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and he kept fighting. And
they're on 27-yard line.
Yeah, the Broncos have been where they need to be in these last 2 plays. They just haven't been able to finish.
Yep.
And kudos to the Braves keeping them going.
Which has been unlike them this year. They've made those tackles this year. So this is a good test to see how they rally.
Park's going to fall forward for the gain of a couple, maybe 3 on the play to bring up third down and 3. Under 3 to play here, first quarter. Broncos lead 7-0. Took advantage of making a good decision to punt it away. Defense did their job. Bonner has a bad punt, probably partially blocked, and out of bounds. Good field position. 4 plays later, they score, and now here they are trying to stop him again here on third down and a long 2. Keeper here on the right side. And
again, another missed tackle. It would have been a difficult tackle, but he just kind of shot in there a little bit low.
And that time it's the running back, little direct snap to Brandon Andrew. And actually, he's running the quarterback spot, I believe Andrew is, not Jay Smith. And now even a different quarterback. Nope, it's still Andrew. Now handoff Parks. He's got a big running room and a big gainer inside Bronco territory. Going to be dropped down. That will be a gain of 25 yards on the run, maybe 26 when they mark it down. And Parks is going to work right now. Broncos better get tough on the run.
He didn't get touched until he actually went down on the ground. That was well blocked. Hit the hole hard. Linebackers are going to have to start filling their gaps and be a little more assignment sound.
It is Brandon Andrew running the quarterback spot for them, and he's a guy that was their second leading running back over Smith. Turn handoff Parks again. This time going to be caught and brought back. Another nice tackle by Casey O'Neill right there at the point of attack. Was the first guy to make contact, helped out by Rivers. It'll be a gain of a couple on the play to bring up the 8th play of this drive up next. And the big fella, Peyton Parks, starting to go to work a little bit. He's got 7, 20, 33, 35 yards rushing already here just on this drive. Inside 2 minutes to play first quarter. Second down and 8. High snap. He'll go get it, though. And going to try to pick his way through, and just took too much time after the high snap. Kind of a busted play, a loss of 3 on the play. I don't know if Jay Smith, if I just assumed he was the quarterback and he left the game, or if I never actually paid attention to whether that was an 8 or a 5. So I may have to convert all my stats from number 5 to number 8, because he looks the same dude. I don't think they've changed quarterbacks. I think I was just assuming they were going with who was the starter on their roster.
And that could be, but I seem to think that somebody had longer hair, but maybe not.
Throw it over the middle, nearly caught, nearly knocked away, and doesn't matter. The official's going to say he got there too early. That was a bam play. But a nice break it will be for Bonner to keep this drive alive. The clock stopped right at 1 minute to play here in the first.
The defense is getting challenged. They'll need to see, what adjustments are they going to make. Like you said, that was a bang play, so those are tough.
I'll say it's pass interference against the Broncos, and that won't make the natives any happier than it did earlier when they didn't have where this drive started, remember, off a forced fumble that was actually called down by contact, and now they're already inside the 30 up to the 25-yard line. This drive started at their own 5-yard line 4.5 minutes ago. First down and 10 at the 25. This is the 10th play of this drive. 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the far side. High snap again. He'll let it fly. Just going to fling this one up, and it's going to be intercepted by Carter Mead.
Got a penalty on the
He's going to get a return back. There is a penalty standing basically right where he was at by himself. I don't know what that could have possibly been. Carter Mead gets his second INT of the ball game. Now a penalty flag is going to come in at the end of the play. So if it is Bronco ball, it may not be very good field position when they mark all this off. We will see what they decide. I think it will be Bronco ball unless the penalty, the first one occurred before they got there. It's a personal foul against Bonner. It was a dead ball, so I don't think that first penalty flag, I think they picked that up.
They must have, because he obviously didn't hold because the receiver was, almost 10 yards past him.
Right. And that was an ill-advised throw that time by Brandon Andrew. And the Broncos stopped that drive, which was their best chance of the ball game so far here with 50 seconds to go in the first.
And again, bad snap, same as a play or two ago. It's tough to recover from that when you have to jump up and grab the ball before your play happens.
First down and 10 for the Broncos from their own 38-yard line. Turn handoff, Pipkin. He'll drag a defender forward for a couple. And it will bring up a second down and 8.
Bonner's got to be frustrated. That was a great drive just to get down there and make a mistake at the end.
Yeah, Park's over 30 yards rushing on that drive. It started inside their own 5-yard line. They got a break anyway, but it could have easily been a fumble, and they'd probably be down by 2 scores right now. Broncos trying to take advantage of the first turnover of the ball game. Rolling, Pankey looking, flips it out there. He's got Crotchet up to the 50-yard line, and it's a gain of 10 on the play, maybe 11.
Nice pitch and catch.
Actually, where was that ball? It was cross up there. It was actually a gain of 9 on it. Math skills waning just a little bit. First down and 10 at midfield. Turn, handoff, and a run by Pipkin. A gain of 3 on the play by Pipkin, and that's just they'll keep it honest. Nobody thinks that it's the Broncos aren't going to pass the ball on you a little bit, but you got to be able to run it. You mentioned that in one of your keys to the game.
Sure.
Ends up being a gain of 4 for Pipkin. Into the first quarter, we'll come back. Broncos driving when we return on your home for Bronco Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
We perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Here we go into the second quarter of action. Broncos with the ball, rolling. Pankey flushed, gonna let it fly, throws it down the field, nearly intercepted. Right there on that opportunity was Stymick. And Stymick, he just quite couldn't come up with that ball. Seemed like it hung out there for a while, and the wide receiver, I don't think he ever thought that defender was coming. And it brings up third down and a long 5.
That's a hard throw, falling, kind of falling backwards. Mm-hmm. You're on your heels, throwing up. It had way too much air underneath it.
It's a big third down here. Third down and 6. Pankey looking left most of the way. Knowlton was over there. He gets defended. Pankey now looking. He's going to try to run it and just try to pick up some of it. Not going to get enough for the first down, but might make a little bit of a decision. Just the second carry of the ball game for Pankey. His first one was a 2-yard touchdown run to give them their 7-0 lead here in this one. 4th down and 4 just across the 45 up to the 44-yard line. Start of the second quarter. This is a good fake punt opportunity, possibly.
They're thinking it over. They're not sure.
Now they're going to run the punt team on late. 13 seconds on the play clock. They better hustle. 7 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And a high snap. See, that started with the rushing it. This is bad to worse. You just got to cover it up and take your medicine. That was started with the rush of waiting, then running the punt team in late.
Yeah.
I know it was kind of in that time period where it's like you think you might be able to get it done, but go ahead and call that timeout. And
yeah,
that's when bad things happen. That's exactly what happened right there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You just got to make that decision quicker. I know it's tough. I'm not the one down there on the sideline.
So now Bonner with their best opportunity. That'll technically be chalked up as a turnover on downs. But the punt and special teams letting them down here.
Another
high snap. Keeping it coming this way, trying to get to the corner, being tracked down by Daniel Mitchell. He's mirroring him, finally knocked him out of bounds. And Brandon Andrew.
Good pursuit by the defense.
So 1st and 10 at the 15, and now 2nd down. Not much of a gain on there.
2nd and 11 for the Braves at Spring Hill 15.
Second down and a long 10. Turn, handoff, Parks. Missed one tackle. O'Neal was there, just couldn't quite bring him down, but help was on its way. It's going to be a gain of 2 on the play for Parks.
They did a better job that time of putting a couple hats on him. You know, they're not going to tackle him with one defender. You know, it's going to have to be 2 and 3 guys every time to stop him because he just doesn't stop running.
Bonner can't afford to squander this opportunity. This is a golden goose here. They need to recognize that they better score a touchdown here. They're not going to get, I don't think, a ton of opportunities like this tonight.
No.
But it's 3rd down, and I think because of that, here comes that timeout. Well, that's kind of why I was saying that. Timeout by the Braves. We'll take it. We're back at 30. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Seven nothing, and the Braves are looking at their best opportunity of the night right now. Broncos are going to have to tighten up defensively. You mentioned the kind of a bend but not break mentality they've had through 3 games, and they're going to definitely have to put that to the test right here. 3rd down and 8 for the Braves, probably in 4-down territory as we were talking off the air here. Looking to throw. Pressure comes. He's sacked in the backfield. Back down hard. Pressure coming in there by Colin Rudy, the 6'2", 170-pound senior, comes in to make that play. You know, I love those sacks. Those are a good way to get those instant replays. Again, with our partnership with Easy Relic on a 3rd down and 8, he comes down to get it. Text SHHS to 816-406-0051, and you can have like the last 90 seconds of the game. Check out that highlight and a nice tackle there by Rooney. And a 4th down. They're going to try a field goal here. It'll be a 34-yard field goal attempt. And so now the field goal. Snaps back, a little off the mark, blocked. And a blocked field goal. And the defense did exactly what you said, partner. Bend but don't break, and now it'll be Bronco football. Plenty of time to go down and try to put at least one more score on here before halftime.
Yeah, you know, they did a great job, and they were in an awful position to begin with. You know, not a turnover, but a huge play against the offense. And sometimes it's tough to come out defensively and rally and make a good play. So, and they did it. They kept their composure and ended up with a block.
10-11 to play here, second period. Broncos lead 7-0, but I'd say if you're Bonner at 10 minutes to go, you feel pretty good about where things are sitting right now. I mean, obviously you would have liked to have that score, but this is a team that's 3-0, who's made quick work of most of the rest of the teams they've played so far, and they've hung in here. This is the longest they've kind of had to be threatened since that first game against Lewisburg. Eventually busted it open. Run near side for Knowlton. There's a penalty flag. It'll probably be a hold. Pipkin or Mitchell are right there at the point of that attack. This will end up being brought back.
You know, you hate to see mistakes by the Broncos. However, it's still early in the season. They need to figure out how to work through those mistakes. And you know, if you have a penalty, get pushed back, and learn that not everything's going to go your way the entire game. You know, you're not going to win every game by 40. That just doesn't happen.
So a holding penalty. It was at the spot. It was already downfield a little bit, so it'll bring up a first and about 16. Would have been a gain of 4. So 1st and 16, trying to overcome a little bit more adversity here in this first half. Inside 10 minutes to play in the second. Pankey taking his time, 3 wide receivers far side, straight drop, looking downfield, flips it out. He wants Knowlton. Knowlton's going to try to catch the edge. He's fast. He'll catch it across the 25, up near the 30, across the 30, and out of bounds. He just catches it and knows what to do with it immediately and gets back all the penalty yardage and then some, up near the 30, maybe 31-yard line. And that is going to be a pitch and catch when they mark it down of about 15 yards from Pankey to Knowlton.
When you need a play, you go to number 13. He's been your bread and butter all season, put in your playmaker's hands.
So now 2nd down and 1. Now the playbook opens up dramatically. Turn, going to hand off straight die Pipkin. Bounces off one would-be tackler, trying to pick his way, still on his feet. Nice run by Draven Pipkin.
There we go.
Across the 40, up near the 45-yard line. A good hard-nosed run by Pipkin. And it will be a gain of about 9 yards, maybe 8 on the play. Nope, we'll call it 9, up across the 40, up near the 45-yard line.
Picking up the tempo a little bit now.
They flipped it, 3 wide receivers near side. Turn, handoff again. Pipkin finds that hole, tries to cut back against the grain. Good play there. Tripping him up. That big fella in there for Bonner. Antonio Caballero, 6'3", 272. I had not really thought about this. That's actually, that's a different player. Caballero, big guy, 6'3", 272.
It's a big dude.
Coming on this near side. Near side D tackle. Gain of 4 on the play by Pipkin. Bring up 2nd down and 6. Turn. Going to keep it. Good read by Pankey. Try to catch the edge. He will. Knowlton's there to try to lay a block. And it's going to be up near the 1st down mark. He's going to be just a little bit shy as he steps out of there.
Pankey showing some athleticism there, getting around the corner, and a good block by number 13.
2nd and 6. He picks up 5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1. That's not his game necessarily. I mean, he likes to pass it. He's got wide receivers, the weapons to do so. Sure. They do some things in the running game that's different with Knowlton in motion and stuff, so he doesn't have to necessarily be that guy. He likes to deal it through the air, but he can run when he needs to, and that's important. We'll talk about Knowlton right here. How about it? 3rd down and 1, a little end around, and he'll easily pick up 5 yards on the play. And that's a nice job of that far side, just burying everybody back there, that his contact was right where he went down.
Well, and the great thing to see, Pipkin was out there on the corner, laid a great block to spring him, to get him around the corner. You love when you see your other running backs doing that.
A little under 8 to go here in this first half. Broncos driving. Pipkin right behind. Flip it. He's got Knowlton in the middle of the defense. Spins off one tackler across the 30-yard line, up near the 25. He'll be down to the 26-yard line. But just your standard everyday 14-yard pickup. Make it look easy.
You know, when you run, you mix it up on the ground a little bit, those things open up, just like you were saying a few minutes ago.
Mitchell, the wide receiver, the near side. In the slot is Knowlton. Their balance set here with Pipkin right behind Pankey. 2 wide receivers far side. Turn, handoff. Pipkin again trying to catch that edge. Another good run by Draven Pipkin up near at 9-yard gain. Up near the sticks once again, inside the 20-yard line. And this will bring up the 8th play of this drive, and the Broncos put together a beauty.
You know, Pipkin's done a good job on his last few carries of putting his head down and just running.
Same formation this time, though. Pipkin has flipped to the right side of Pankey, to the short side of the field. This drive started with 10 minutes to play. We're already 3 minutes into it. Also started back on the Bronco 23-yard line. Pass outside. He's got Meade. Meade up near the 10-yard line. They'll have the first down easily. It'll be a gain of 7, maybe 8 yards on the pass to Carter Meade. And just on this drive, 4 guys have been a factor on it. There's been 3 passes, 5 runs. That's a great mix. And it's first down and goal inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Turn, handoff, Meade this time coming on the ground. Big Barry on that side, blocked by Pipkin. Meade up to the goal line, touchdown, Broncos! A 9-yard plunge by Carter Meade. Zach Knowlton, Draven Pipkin on the outside edge. The O-line keeping everybody inside. And the Broncos lead by 2 scores.
I got to love that. That outside blocking was phenomenal. He could choose where he wanted to stick his head through to get through that to the goal line.
So Carter Meade has an interception in this ball game, and now he has a touchdown. With 6:41 to play in the first half, Broncos are a PAT away from Rocco Russo. Snaps back, holds down, kick is up, and it's no good by Russo. And so it will stay 13-0 here over the Braves. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Broncos lead 13-0. Here over the Bonner Springs Braves. B.J. Harris along with you. Alongside me, Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo. Zach Knowlton's going to kick it away for the Broncos. Low line drive kick. Fielded near side. Middle return. Pretty good return. Some of the best field position they will have all night. On the carry there by Braden McGrath. 5'7", 155-pound junior. And so Bonner will start here at their own 30-yard line. Bonner's been able to move the ball, Matt, but just can't finish drives.
That's absolutely right. They've made some untimely mistakes, and Spring Hill's also done a really good job of, like we keep saying, they'll bend, but they make the right play defensively to correct what they've been doing.
Broncos go 9 plays, 77 yards, and cap it off on a run by Carter Meade. Took 3.5 minutes off the clock. Quarterback keeper and just barreling in there. And I tell you what, I like him more and more, Brandon Richardson. And I think he uses his small stature to his advantage by just sliding through there.
Oh, absolutely.
There's not as much to block of him.
Sure.
And then he's a very sure tackler. A loss of 1 on that one. Another TFL for him. He's already got now 5 coming into this game, probably 6, maybe even 7 tonight. Or give him 7 by tonight. Andrew, the quarterback, handoff to Parks, trying to get to the edge. Daniel Mitchell's there. A little help from his friends as he brought down another loss on the play. And that Bronco defense feeding off that success from a drive ago, trying to make quick work of this one here for the Braves.
Great contain on the outside. In the middle, Richardson was just plowing right through his man, just driving him straight backwards.
5:36 and counting here in this first half. Broncos lead 13-0 over the Bonner Springs Braves here on homecoming night for the Purple and Gold. We'll have those festivities at halftime during the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial halftime show. Coming up in just a little bit. Straight drop, looking, lets it fly. Going to be stroked. Good night. Closing some ground in a hurry. Coming up there is James Newton, the 5'11", 160-pound junior D-back, and he read that one well, was there to close the gap, 4th down.
That is a receiver's nightmare when they got to jump up like that and expose their body to the defender.
Ends up being a gain of about 4 on the play, maybe 3, but it brings up 4th down. You punt this ball away, man.
I would sure think so.
They're going to take a timeout and talk about it. They're going to let that time run down. They don't want to give them a ton of time, but this is 4 minutes is more than enough. They just went 9 plays and 77 yards in 3.5 minutes, so they'll have at least that. And again, not respecting the punt game much because ball's at the 31 and Zach Knowlton's at the 50, so not expecting a lot right there. They will take a timeout, 4:29 to play here in the first half. We're back at 30. You're watching Bronco football.
Elliott Insurance Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Insurance Group, we work, live, and shop in our local communities, serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years. Elliott Insurance Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Insurance Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
$13-0, 4:29 to play here in this first half. Broncos have started to turn the tide and kind of get a little momentum going downhill. Stop right here would get it going. You were talking, Matt, we were talking off air. You were talking about Casey O'Neill in there, as well as Keanu Tiafu. Those guys anchoring either side of the ball on that offensive line or on the defensive line really done a nice job tonight.
Oh, O'Neill's done a great job. He's right in the middle, and he is just – and the guy across from him is considerably larger. He's done a really good job just holding his own and driving him. Different punter.
Oh, that guy is a punter from my own soul. Off to Knowlton. He's going to have a little bit of running room here. Zach Knowlton going to make one guy miss, get it across midfield, and punter certainly had good leg on it.
He sure did.
Good Lord. Jaden Flores kicking that one away. 6'4", 350 punter. The only thing better, back in my day, in Erie, Kansas, there's a kid named Matt. You would have been probably a little bit younger than you, but because he was a little bit older than me, but he was like 6'9", probably 450. I'm not kidding you. And he was their kicker. He had one-step approach to the kick.
Whoa.
When he made contact with that ball, it sounded like it exploded.
I bet it did. Surprising it didn't.
And that was awesome to watch. Here we go, 1st down and 10 for the Broncos. That same play they scored on a moment ago with Carter Meade trying to bend the corner. Going to make one tackle and be brought down. A nice run.
Got his helmet ripped off on that one.
So Broncos, excellent field position. Inside Bonner territory. Just the second time tonight they'll have that inside there. But a gain of 8 on the run by Meade. Brings up 2nd down and 2. Pipkin right behind Pankey. And he is going to get to meet the punter. And a nice tackle right there. Again, Pipkin got to the line of scrimmage and kind of his feet stopped. He needs to slide off that and keep momentum going forward just a little bit. But the tackle then again made, just mentioned him, Jaden Flores. And it's no gain on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
That's an intimidating guy to run right at also.
Yeah. To the right is Pankey. Pankey going to roll, lets it fly. He wants Meade, makes a diving catch for the 1st down. Carter Meade putting on a little bit of a show here in this game. An interception, a touchdown, and now a diving catch by Carter Meade. A gain of 2. It's the most electrifying 2-yard catch you'll see.
That's right. Hey, it
tonight.
Worked.
It's a 1st down.
You know, the throw wasn't perfect for Pankey, but it was in a place where only Spring Hill could catch it. So, you put it out there and make sure your guy can make a play.
Handoff, Pipkin trying to catch the edge. Now turning upfield, he's got a head of steam, and he is going to be up near the 31-yard line. And it'll be another nice gain on 1st down for the Broncos. A gain of 7. I'll bring up 2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3 for the Broncos at the Braves 31.
Speeding things up a little bit, increasing the tempo.
Pankey looking. He wants Mitchell. He's got him across the middle of the field. A little flag route there. Our little post, skinny post up into the 20. across the 20 up near the 17-yard line. And a good gain there of over 15 yards, maybe 16 yards on that one.
The Bronco receivers are starting to create some separation against their D-backs.
Pinky handoff to Pipkin. He makes one guy miss and another one. Now he's dragging defenders. What a big run by Dreven Pipkin. The big fella doing work. It's a gain of 15, 16 yards across the 5. It'll be first and goal at the 3-yard line. Biggest run of the night for Pipkin.
That's what you like to see, just hard-nosed running the ball.
Keeper by Pinky. He'll walks into the end zone.
Oh, he
nearly fumbled it.
I think
I think he was inside the end zone when he did so. And Fletcher Pinky with his second touchdown of the ball game, this time from 3 yards out. And Broncos take advantage of the short field once again. Started inside Bonner territory. 49 yards on 7 plays and cap it off. They lead now 19-0. Do they go for 2 or kick it? Looks like they're going to go for 2.
Go. You know, Pinky's, his RPO fakes are some of the best I've seen at this level.
Well, the fact that he doesn't carry the ball that much makes him that much more deadly down here on the goal line.
That's true.
They tried to run him out the backside that time. The 2-point conversion does not.
That one notwithstanding.
No good. So 2:04 to play first half. Broncos lead 19-0. We're back at 30 seconds on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
– 19-0 Broncos lead over the Braves here at 2:04 to play. In this first half, again, halftime coming up in just a little bit on the Michael Grant Farm Bureau Financial Halftime Show. We'll just carry the stadium noise and get a chance to go through a rite of passage here at the high school level, the homecoming game. Zach Knowlton again on to kick it away for the Broncos. Braves need to probably put one in the end zone here, try to take a little bit of momentum going into the locker room. This one's not going to go out of bounds, and they're going to be pinned down deep again. Good open field tackle. Good night. Rivers comes in to clean it up, but the first guy there, and a nice tackle, Jamon Beck, 5'9", 145-pound junior, and the speed just all over the field for the Broncos, and on special teams on their kick coverage has been really good.
That's right. You know, you can tell they're always in good position. You could tell they work on this in practice, putting those guys in position, because it's hard because you have so much room to work with on the kick coverage.
Well, now the Broncos might have some decisions to make. All 3 timeouts, just around 2 minutes to go. I think you start using those a little bit here. If you can get a stop, you'll get the ball back with plenty of time and really try to put this one on ice a little bit early, or at least take an early step towards putting it on ice.
You know, Bonner Springs is smart. This is where they come out and they pound the ball. Don't do anything silly. You don't want to be too conservative because, like you said, you don't want to give Spring Hill the ball back.
Hand off to Parks, and if you can get more of those, you'll take it, probably get in the locker room. Give a gain of 10 by Parks. That'll be a first down and 10. I think all the things I said about the timeout still plays because they got a quick first down. But Broncos not being super aggressive right there on that. 3 wide receivers far side, 1 to the near side.
We got a guy on the field.
What's that? Oh, Lord almighty. Don't show that, Caden. It's a pass. The officials didn't know that happened.
Well, that kid, I read an article in the Star recently about a kid that was suspended for 10 days. He's not allowed to go to any sporting events for the rest of his senior year, and he's not walking at graduation.
Yeah, good decision. They didn't even recognize it. What happened?
I did.
I did too.
Of course, I got a better view.
Second down and 10. Parks forward. He'll drag some defender, man. Just a super strong guy. And nice tackle for the Broncos. R.J. Dominic. He's got 25 tackles on the year coming into this ball game. 5 tackles for loss, 18 of those solo. It'll end up being a gain of about 6 on the play.
This is exactly what Bonner Springs need to do.
Well, I'm surprised Spring Hill hasn't used a timeout yet either. Not being super aggressive. It's kind of a tweener decision-making time. And they're going to let this one just, I think, go to halftime if they can. Bonner can not get the first down. Then you may do have to make them punt the ball at least. Nearly fumbled, breaking tackles. Debiak was the first guy there, not able to bring him down, but help again comes from behind Richardson. R.J. Dominic in there, and there's that timeout by the Broncos. With 44 seconds, they'll get the ball back. Ends up being no gain on the run.
Maybe a timeout, maybe a couple plays ago would have been nice. You'd probably have about 30 more seconds left on the clock to work with, but
we'll see. They have not stretched the field at all. Spring Hill has not thrown the ball down the field much. Everything's kind of been over the middle, which is kind of their bread and butter, but they certainly have the ability to do so, and we'll see if that comes into play right here.
Well, you got a guy like Cameron Crotchet, who that's your guy. That's your guy. That's your deep ball guy. He's tall. He can create some space with.
He catch just about anything coming at him. Halftime just around the corner. Our Gorillas are in action tomorrow. Big one with Emporia State coming into town.
That's right. They need a big win,
I've enjoyed watching them this year with new head coach. He's his second year, but first year of real football this year. And they're different. They're doing some things that are fun. I know there's a lot of Gorilla fans out there. There's a lot of Emporia fans as well in this area as well, I found out, much to my chagrin. But
well, it sure seems like there's more Gorilla fans.
Oh, there are. There's lots.
At least there's more license plates. That's what I judge it off of. But the split-face Gorilla is hard to beat.
I wish I'd come up with that and the license plate.
Oh, my gosh.
I'd make the revenue off that.
Yeah.
Here's my favorite punter ever. Flores comes in. He gets a hold of one. It might end up, 68 highway. Zach, take that one. He's going to have a little bit of a return here. That's going to be a block in the back. It won't matter.
That's going to come back.
Carter Mead making a good block, but just on the wrong side of the dude. And it will be not great field position with 34 seconds. I'm not sure how aggressive the Broncos will be right here with this time, but we'll find out. So a punt.
Mead's trying to be aggressive. He's done so many things right. It's hard to blame somebody for being aggressive, but
for sure,
he's got to be careful. We're talking about kickoff coverage, the same thing on, punt and punt return. You got all this green space to work with. It's pretty hard to make that block when you have all this room to work with.
They'll mark it down inside the 35-yard line, rather, down to the 33 is where this one will start with 34 seconds to play.
One of the rare times they don't start in between the 45s, to be honest. The last 3 weeks we were joking and said they start on the 50 every time.
We got a good punt returner. That usually helps.
Mm-hmm.
He's tightest to the near side is Knowlton. They hand it off Pipkin trying to catch the edge. Going to turn it up. Still breaking tackles and near the sideline. They did not see an indication to stop it. So they do not. Must not have got out of bounds. That might be the final play of the first half. It's going to be a nice stat patter for even Pipkin. It being a gain of 9 officially. There's a double move, trying to throw it over the middle, nearly intercepted, just not enough mustard on that one. Now Knowlton, I think, had gotten on the backside of his guy, but
he definitely had the advantage. He was open. I don't know that Pankey had enough time. Probably rushed a little bit.
So it stops the clock with 4 seconds to go here in the first half.
Second and 10.
Second and 10. What? Yeah,
it was
first and 10. That was a first down run by Pipkin.
They had the 2 up there for the down
and
marker.
They hadn't moved the sticks either. Balance set here. Final play likely here of this first half. Knowlton going to try to do it. And good open field tackle. And they'll get one undime down.
Yeah,
tackle.
Can't do that.
Made by James Andrzejewski.
Which is unfortunate. You took one of their best players. You were in great position. You made a good, solid, you had the opportunity to make a good, solid tackle, and that's just a mental mistake. Shouldn't have done that.
Well, now it definitely gives them an opportunity here to throw one down the field. 40-yard line, untimed down here. See these all very often in high school.
No.
Old boy left his flag way over here. He's got to go get it. There he is. Back in action. Still got the play clock. 3 wide receivers far side. Rolling. Looking. Still looking. He'll let it fly. Down he's got a man along the sidelines. It was Crotchett, but then also coming down there was Mitchell, I believe. And I don't think either one knew that each other were there. And it wouldn't have mattered. I think it was going to be, whoever caught that ball was going to be headed towards out of bounds. It probably wasn't going to be able to go into the end zone. So that's the way it'll go. 19-0. Still a pretty good night so far here on homecoming. We'll take our first time out. We'll come back and get the coronation festivities going in just a moment. Here on the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Halftime Show. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Homecoming up next right here on the Michael Grand Halftime Show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Auction Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Everybody can make something because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Back here on the Michael Green Halftime Show, B.J. Harris.
Stillmaker. Kerrigan is escorted by her parents Autumn and Kevin Clooney. Kerrigan is a member of the Broncos tennis team and soccer teams. She has also served as a Lynx, FCA, and Hyde Squad leader. She is a member of the volunteer class and is the volunteer club rep for Student Council. Kerrigan goes out of her way to include those who feel excluded, whether that is being a helpful peer in class, or inviting others to sit with her friend group at lunch. She is always thinking of others. Kerrigan is deciding between attending the University of Arkansas or Kansas State University. She is aspiring to become a traveling nurse. Braden is escorted by his parents Jody and Ken Stillmaker. Braden runs Bronco cross country and track. He is also a member of the football team. He's a PAL peer helper. Braden has recently been announced as a National Merit semifinalist. Braden is a leader in band and works extremely hard to make others successful. He is a quiet leader that attacks all challenges presented to him. He is admired by his peers and regarded very highly by underclassmen. Braden aspires to obtain a doctorate in theoretical physics. Our second couple is Brooklyn Powell and Cameron Crotchet. Brooklyn is being escorted by her parents Chris and Keenan Powell. Brooklyn has played Bronco volleyball for 2 years and basketball and soccer for 4. She has been a member of the Student Council for 3 years and serves as this year's Student Body Vice President. She is a member of the Environmental Club, Volunteer Club, and Hype Squad. She is also a Lynx leader, an NHS member, a PALS peer helper. She is also a 4-year member of the Principal's Honor Roll. Brooke would run through a brick wall if you asked her to. She is determined, tough, and the best teammate and peer. She treats everyone with respect and dignity. Brooklyn plans to attend Washburn University next year on a soccer and academic scholarship. She will be majoring in environmental science and aspires to become a park ranger. Cameron is escorted by his parents, Tara and Michael Crotchet. Cameron enjoys taking long walks on the beach, wrestling with his dog, and people watching at Walmart. He spends his day napping with his cows, doing goat yoga, and planking on the goat jungle he built in 5th grade. The highlight of his high school career has been playing football, basketball, baseball, and golf with his favorite boys. Cam has an infectious personality and uses that in a positive way. He has never been afraid of hard work. Cameron also goes out of his way to make sure everyone is included in the conversation. Cameron's future plans include jumping on a horse and riding off into the sunset. Our third couple this evening is Cora Callan and Logan Hilgendorf. Coral is being escorted by her parents Janae and Justin Schultz and Lee Callan. Coral plays basketball and softball for the Broncos. She is a member of the National Honor Society, Lynx Crew, Volunteer Club, and Hype Squad. Coral is also a member of the Student Council, currently serving as the Senior Class Vice President. Coral has her priorities in order. She is regularly involved in planning fun things for her grade, but never at the expense of her academics or integrity. Coral accepts people from all social circles and wants to make sure everyone feels included. Coral plans on attending either Kansas State University or the University of Arkansas next year and would like to major in medical sonography. Logan is escorted by his parents Lisa and Kevin Hilgendorf. Logan has been involved in the Bronco football team for 2 years and track for 3. He is also a Lynx leader and was selected as a PAL peer helper his freshman year. Logan currently serves as the vice president of NHS. Logan is always respectful to those around him, has the bubbliest personality, and is a fantastic uncle to his niece Harper. Logan plans on attending Wichita State or Kansas State University to major in finance. Our fourth couple this evening is Hannah McCormick and Daniel Mitchell. Hannah is being escorted by her parents, Mary Kay and Mike McCormick. Hannah has been in student council for 4 years and is currently the student body president. She has played Broncos soccer and basketball for 3 years. She's been involved in volunteer club, hype squad, and was a Lynx leader this year. She was selected for the National Honor Society and has been on principal honor roll for 4 years. Hannah is a great leader and isn't afraid to take charge. She is fearless. She spends hours putting others before herself. She, without a doubt, will make the world a better place. Hannah has been accepted into the Carl R. Ice College of Engineering at Kansas State next fall. Daniel is escorted by his parents Sharon and Troy Mitchell. Daniel has played football for the Broncos for 4 years. He's played basketball and track for 3. He's a member of FCA, is a 4.0 student, and is currently serves as the NHS president. Danny is a kind and willing young man who is even willing to volunteer his time outside of school despite being busy with academics, teams, and organizations. He's kind to everyone and is a stranger to no one. Daniel plans to attend K-State University next year to major in engineering. Our 5th couple this evening is Kate Milroy and Zach Knowlton. Kate is escorted by her parents Christy and Bruce Milroy. Kate has played volleyball, basketball, and soccer for the Broncos for 4 years. She has also been involved in FFA, Volunteer Club, and Hype Squad. She has been inducted in the National Honor Society. Kate is ferociously determined to achieve her goals. Her persistence and strength of character are to be admired. She makes others around her better at whatever sport she's participating in. Kate is committed to playing volleyball at Benedict in the fall. She will major in biology and aspires to attend veterinary school. Zach Knowlton is escorted by his parents, Amy and Vince Knowlton. Zach is a 4-year member of the Bronco football, baseball, and wrestling teams. He has received all league honors in both football and baseball, as well as all state honors in football. Zach was a wrestling state qualifier. After running for 170 yards at Ottawa, our coaches found Zach in the locker room picking up after our game. Zach is just an outstanding individual both on and off the field. He is a super kid who is always doing the right thing for the right reasons. Zach plans to play college baseball and major in civil engineering. He is undecided on his college of choice at this time. Our final couple is Elena Freegon and Gara Bauer. Elena is escorted by her parents Clay and Ashley Freegon. Elena has played Bronco basketball for 4 years, volleyball for 3, and track for 2. She is a member of FCA, has been inducted into NHS, is a Lynx leader, and was selected as a PAL peer helper. Elena currently serves as the Hype Squad leader. Elena stands for what's right, even if it's not popular, and this is a true testament to her character. It's impossible to be in a bad mood when you're in the presence of Elena. Elena is undecided on her future college, but plans to major in nursing, specializing in oncology. Gara is escorted by his parents Farah Ibach and Jeff and Sydney Bauer. Gara has been a member of the Bronco football and track teams for 4 years. He's a Lynx leader and a member of the volunteer club. Gara will try anything once, even if at first glance it doesn't sound at all appealing to him. He's willing to change his mind, which is a trait not enough people have these days. He's an excellent presence and is enjoyable to be around. Gara plans to attend K-State for aerospace engineering. The Student Council would like to thank the administrators and the teachers who have helped make this exciting week possible. A special thank you to Jenny Cope of Wild Hill Flowers for the donation of the beautiful Queen in attendance flowers this evening. Performing the crowning this evening is last year's homecoming queen, Jalen Stevenson. Jalen is currently at Washburn University playing volleyball. Also performing the crowning is last year's homecoming king, Denver Gardner. Denver is currently studying at Benedict College. He is playing football and majoring in chemical engineering. Assisting in tonight's coronation ceremony are the student council members, Logan Kilby, Caston Galloway, Elena Maddox, Aubriana Shetler, Maggie McNally, and Emmy Trask. And now, the homecoming king is Braden Stillmaker. And the 2020 homecoming queen is Coral Callan. Congratulations to our 2021 king and queen and all of our homecoming candidates, and best of luck to our Broncos as they finish the second half. Go Broncos!
There you have it. This is your headphone partner. Let's make this swap real quick while we're here at halftime. Congratulations to those two youngsters right there. Certainly a moment they'll always remember. Very exciting for them here at high school football. We're all tangled. Let's wait till we go to commercial, Rick, and we might get ourselves untangled from our headphone debacle that is here. Things are going well, though, for the Broncos. No debacles for them. We'll come back and we'll start to break this thing down here pretty quick. We'll come back and take a look at our Weitzel Eye Care, Eye on the Game, and more when we return here on the Michael Grand Halftime Show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
At Olathe Health,
has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
at Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos!
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle hauling and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back at it here at halftime. PJ Harris along with you, alongside me, Matt Jones, or as we were known as, I'm Q's dad. You Riley's dad?
Yeah.
I used to have an identity.
Yep.
It's gone now. Caden, though. Caden Carbajo is also on the camera doing all his good work as well. Time to look at our Weitzel Eye Care Eye on the Game. Brought to you by Weitzel Optometry and Vision Source. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strain or headaches, it might be good time for an exam. Make an appointment with Weitzel Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020. What a great phone number there. And be sure to ask about the 2020 rule. Here's how we got to where we are right now as guys come out starting to warm up. Bonner would have the first possession of the game. They'd have a nice drive. 8 plays, but eventually turn it over on downs. One of the better drives of the ball game. It's kind of been their MO so far in this first half. Broncos would have to punt it away on their first drive. Bonner would get it back. They would punt it away. This time, not a very good punt. In fact, maybe 5 to 8 yard punt. Gave him excellent field position. The Broncos would start at the Bonner Springs 27-yard line with 6:38 to go in the first quarter. And 4 plays later, Fletcher Pankey punching in a 2-yard touchdown run, his first of what would be 2 by the time the first half was ever. 5:22 to play in the first quarter. Broncos lead 7-0. On that ensuing kickoff, things almost went real bad. And Brandon Richardson, who's had himself a phenomenal ball game, flying down the middle of the field on the kickoff coverage, makes a tackle at around the 5-yard line and forces a fumble. They end up saying he's down by contact. And so Bonner would get the ball back and in bad territory put together their best drive of the game. It started at their own 5 with 5:20 to play. They went almost all 5 minutes, but eventually interception by Carter Meade on the 10th play of the drive gives the ball back to the Broncos. Spring Hill would start at their own 38, and even though Spring Hill has a 19-point lead here at halftime, as I go through this recap, that first half wasn't the cleanest thing you'd ever seen either. With the punt over the head, and on this next play, they go a punt and snap it over the punter's head, and a very good field position for Bonner as they start at the Spring Hill 15-yard line, but they are not able to get anything out of it. End up having a field goal attempt that was blocked with 10-11 to play in the first half. And so that defense that's been a bend but don't break defense, again, they have averaging less than they're averaging right at a touchdown a game giving up. That's really good through 3 games. They have not given up any scores yet here in this one. Broncos still led 7-0. Broncos would add to their lead on a 9-play drive that started at their own 23-yard line. It took 3.5 minutes off the clock and ended on a 9-yard touchdown run by Carter Meade that missed the PAT, made it 13-0. 3 and out by Bonner. Spring Hill gets it back and another touchdown drive, this time a 7-play drive. Started inside Bonner territory. 2 of their 3 touchdowns have come when they started drives inside Bonner territory. This time it was a 3-yard touchdown run by Fletcher Pankey. 2-point conversion, trying to get back that missed PAT, did not convert. And so special teams have kind of left them wanting at times, but also has been a really good factor on kickoff coverage. Bonner would punt it away on their next drive, and then Spring Hill would end up eventually running the clock out to end the first half. That's your Eye on the Game, brought to you by Weitzel Optometry. As we get ready to start this second half, a couple of numbers to pass along with you. These are super rough numbers. Please don't print these in the newspaper if you own a newspaper. But they're as good as I can come up with right now. I think I'm fairly accurate on some of this stuff. Zach Knowlton, 4 carries for 50 yards on the ground. He's got 4 catches for 15 yards. Or he's been thrown to, rather, 4 times. He's only got 2 catches for 15 yards. Carter Meade's got 25 carries 25 yards rushing on the ground. He's got 2 yards catching. He does have a touchdown run. Draven Pipkin, workhorse in that first half, 10 carries for 61 yards. 11 carries, rather, for 61 yards. Cameron Crotch has got 2 catches for 22 yards. Fletcher Pankey, how about this stat line? 3 rushes, 10 yards, 2 touchdowns in that first half, so he's pretty efficient. And then Daniel Mitchell on an 18-yard catch in that one. On the other side of things, Peyton Parks has been their main guy, 13 carries, 66 yards. Quarterback Andrews, Brandon Andrew, rather, 8 carries for 28 yards. Second half kickoff, like the first, brought to you by our friends at Seats Incorporated. Kick off your next career with Seats Incorporated. Spring Hill Seats is a leader in manufacturing quality seating and accessories for vehicles with competitive wages and benefits. To see all their openings or to apply online, go to seatsinc.com. Second half action, Broncos trying to go to 4-0. I'm not the best researcher sometimes when it comes to this stuff. So I saw a post about 3-0 for the first time since 2001. I probably should have looked up when the last time they were 4-0. But
you look that up for next week.
I probably won't. Know your limitations, Matt. That's one of the keys to my success in life is know what you're not good at.
Mine is reaching high things.
Oh, my. Onside kick. It didn't go. Yeah, it would have been a good one. I'm not sure why they didn't. That wasn't more. Oh, the fair catch. Very smart.
Yep.
Cameron Crotch, fair catches it. It got a little too high up in the air. Now, that thing's got to go. If it hits the ground first, he can't do that, I don't believe. But it popped right up in the air, and he made a fair catch. Good headsy play by an experienced senior, and he'll bring it very good field position for Spring Hill. I think that was by design.
That was the second week in a row that the opponent has come out trying to get things going in the second half with an onside kick.
So they will start this drive. Very good field position at their own 46-yard line.
Once again, between the 45s.
3 wide receivers near side, outside in. It's Crotchet, Meade, Knowlton. They send Knowlton in motion. Pipkin forward. And brought down by number 99, Anthony Fortin. 5'10", 220. Roaming inside there, but a gain of a couple. They'll break up a second down and 8. Gorgeous night for some high school football as fall's come upon us here.
Oh, it sure is. I was ready for it.
I think everybody was. I'm not exactly sure why, but
it's usually not that hot in September.
Good hole off the left side. And then driving forward, a little help from behind. Daniel Mitchell stuck his nose in there to give a little extra push. So did Colton McKenna. And a good run by Pipkin.
First and 10 Broncos at the Braves, 42.
So I think probably give him about started at the 41, so about a 9-yard run there by Pipkin. This time at Knowlton end around. Pipkin trying to get there. The penalty flag comes in there. It's going to be a holding penalty. Going to be bringing this one back. Yep. I think it's Carter Meek maybe getting called on that one. The youngster. It's going to be a good one for him. But I think he got caught this time on the outside edge.
He did. It was close. You could tell he let go, but I don't think he let go quite soon enough.
Well, those end arounds are notorious for that, and then you're out there on an island a little bit as well, so it's so much easier to see. And
sure.
It ends up being a big penalty. Middle of the field shouldn't be too much.
About right back where they started.
Yep. So back to the 46-yard line. A first down and 20 now for the Broncos.
First and 22.
22, actually. It's a hold behind the line of scrimmage. Quarterback keeper here from Pankey, a rare straight keep, and he's going to pick his way through the defense, and he's going to have all that yardage back, and then maybe a little bit more as he runs out of bounds.
That was a lot of effort.
Yeah, and he made the most of it.
He sure did.
It's going to be a gain of about 17 on the run by Pankey.
Showing some good vision downfield. That usually he saves it for his throws, but showing good vision on his run.
17-yard pickup for him, his largest run of the ball game, just his 4th carry of the game. But eclipses his yard total with that one carry. Brings up second down and 5. Handoff Pipkin. Nice hole left side. Good cut back. He's got the first down and more across the 25 up near the 22. And another excellent run.
And that's what we need to see from Pickman the whole time. Just hitting that hole hard and putting his head down, getting positive yards.
Gain of 14 on the play. Pipkin on this drive has 3 of the 4 cut touches for 25 yards. He'll pitch it out there, a nice little RPO. Zach Knowlton breaking tackle, still dive to the pylon. Touchdown, Broncos. It's going to be a penalty flag coming on the back. That was an incredible play by Zach Knowlton. 1, to not get knocked out of bounds on the initial catch, and 2, to dive for that pylon and touch the tip of the ball on it. But a penalty flag is down, and we'll see what that is. It's at the point of attack. I didn't see any other purple jerseys really over there other than his.
He was surrounded by
it would be a
defenders.
23-yard touchdown pitch and catch. And it's going to be a face mask, and the touchdown will stand, and it'll be a 23-yard touchdown by Zach Knowlton. Another beauty by that young man.
Just the body awareness and the body control to stay in bounds and tightrope down the sideline and be able to process quick enough to dive for the pylon while getting face masks at the same time.
all the boxes have been checked on that one right there, I would say. 25-0. They'll kick the point after attempt, get Rocco going in the right direction. He knocks it through, and the Broncos lead 26-0. 10:31 to play third quarter. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
$26-0. Broncos lead the Bonner Springs Braves here in this third quarter. 10:31 to play in it. Homecoming night. Festivities at halftime. Ball boy delaying the start of this one. I think he's going to be a quarterback. Zach Knowlton going to kick it away after the amazing touchdown pitch and catch. That'd be a pretty good opportunity to go text SHHS to 816-406-0051 and get the instant replay from our partner Easy Relic. They tack on the face mask after the touchdown as well, so he'll be kicking this thing from his own 45-yard line. Don't do that, Matt. And a touchback will be the call here as he's able to kick that one from the 45 into the end zone. They will start at their own 20 here with 10:31 to play. Now if you're the Braves, this is kind of the witching hour. You got to figure out what you're going to do. Down 26, you really want to make some positive things happen for your team. Bonner has struggled of late. So they're always kind of a team that will give you a little bit of a test, but not really too much of a threat to win the games. They look like they're certainly athletic and physical, just can't quite get over the hump perhaps. And
they've been like that as long as I can remember. They've always got decent athletes and they've got size. They just haven't been able to put it together.
Well, then starting quarterback we had, who was their main threat all year long, either has a different jersey on or did not play in this game. I had him down as number 5. There's a real good chance I got the wrong roster, but I don't think that's the case. And now they have got another quarterback they kind of brought in there late in that half is Dannon Whetstone, a 6'2", 181-pound sophomore. And so they'll pick up 5 yards on the carry there. Turn handoff again, Parks. Had over 10 carries in that first. Oh, missed it. Too late. Snooze, you lose, man.
I had it before kickoff, but autocorrect.
So a gain of 5 by Parks on his first down run, then a gain of a couple more. Brings up a 3rd down and 3 here for the Braves. I think a big one for them. Just confidence, try to pick up a first down here. Whetstone going to be gobbled up. No, try to break through, and now finally will be brought down. He's not going to have enough for a first down. In fact, it'll be a loss of a couple on the play back to the 25-yard line. And Aiden Whetstone will lose 2, maybe just 1.
He didn't have really anywhere to go. You know, he tried stepping up in the pocket, and the pocket was collapsing too fast on him. It was a good job by the Bronco defense.
Now they'll back up Flores to punt it away here. Clock ticks under 9 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Low snap, still low. Flores going to rumble it.
Big boy.
And he'll be brought down after a turnover on downs. And who else going to be there but Richardson? No, excuse me. R.J. Dominic, I believe, coming in to make that one. No, Garrett Bauer. I'll get it right eventually. Garrett Bauer going to get that one. 6'5", 180, senior linebacker. Comes in to make the play on the, ends up being a block punt or a turnover on downs, technically, on the punt. That was a low snap, and Flores not able to go down and really do much with it. And so they will talk over another excellent field position here for Spring Hill as they will start at the Bonner Springs 17-yard line. No, the Bonner Springs, 17-yard line.
Now they're looking to assert themselves and really put the game away right here.
Pankey with Pipkin right behind him. Good cut again by Draven. And not going to have much, maybe a gain of a couple.
Well defended by the Braves. Another one, that's where Pipkin needs to lower his head and just plow forward.
Picks up 2, brings up 2nd down and 8. And no real need to get in a big rush here if you're Spring Hill. They do us up the line of scrimmage now. They'll stop and look over. Let that play clock run down here and try to just eliminate the clock as a foe in this ball game. Pankey, pressure coming, buried. Nice play coming off the edge, a little blitz. Linebacker comes flying in there, just not read. Dakota Mortel, and it'll be a big loss. One of the few negative plays the Broncos actually had.
I don't know that Pankey's been sacked 5 times after 3.5 games. I mean, he's been very well protected this season. So, but it happens.
Loses about 6 yards on it. Straight drop, time over the middle. He's got his man, and it's going to be Mitchell for a catch, but it's going to be shy of a first down. Now you'll have a decision here to make here, 4th down. I believe they'll go for it, but Daniel Mitchell makes a nice catch right at around the 10-yard line, maybe the 9.
I think it's an easy call. You don't have anything to lose. You know, if you don't get it, Bonner's going to be inside their 10-yard line.
Catch of 12 yards on that one. Knowlton picking his way through. Zach looking for the goal line. He's going to be just shy, I believe. But again, just finding those lanes and just picking his way through. It's going to be a gain of 8 on the run by Knowlton.
Just his ability to accelerate when he finds a hole. He hits it so hard.
1st and goal at the 1 for the Broncos. Turn, handoff, no, keep it. Pankey going to be brought down short, not going to have it. No gain on the play. Probably should have been give there.
I would agree. I noticed that too. He doesn't make the wrong read very often, very, very seldom. But he wants to get in on the fun too, though.
That's right. He's got a couple of scores already down on the short yardage stuff. At one point tonight, he had 3 carries with 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good average. That's what quarterbacks are supposed to do with this type of offense. Carter Mead's trying to go get his 2nd. He does. Touchdown. Broncos. Carter Mead, 2nd score of the game. This time in from 1 yard out.
The offense they set it up. They go inside, and, that's where the defense is looking when you're right up there on the goal line, and they just pop it right outside and get an easy score.
1 yard touchdown run. Rocco Russo going to come on to kick the point after. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on its way. Low, but good. And he's settled in. 32-0 your score now. Broncos on top of the Braves. We're back in 30 seconds. 33-0 actually your score. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
33-0, 6:13 to go third quarter. Broncos in full command here of this one on homecoming. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me Matt Jones and Caden Carbajo. As Broncos are going to move to 4-0 unless something catastrophic happens, meteorite or something weird like that. And going to keep on the pressure here. And this starts to become that point in the season. Game 4, things have gone really well for you. Probably some questions about competition, I would say, to be fair. Lewisburg, Paola, not their typical selves this year. Ottawa obviously is struggling, new head coach. I don't have any doubt Walt Alexander will change that culture over there, but in the time being, it's not the case. But you want to fine-tune some things, so you are kind of clicking on it, because at week 5 is when you kind of turn your attention towards what you're going to be, and they're going to have a big test against a really good DeSoto team. Coverage down, Richardson.
Great kick coverage.
And they'll be down inside around the 5-yard line once again.
You know, it's still early in the third quarter. I mean, relatively. So, you know, you got to think you're up by 33 points. You know, do you bring your starters out for another series? Let them keep working on things. Let them keep their rhythm. You also want to see some of your young guys get some time in case something were to happen to somebody on the one of the starters. But, you know, the starters need reps. Like you said, you know, they've got a big game coming up next week, so they need time on the field.
Starting D remains on the field.
Shout out to some of our YouTube viewers at home. Miss Riley Jones and Sage and Kylie are tuning into our broadcast this evening.
Ladies. Appreciate it. I'd like a full workup on what we can do better.
That's right. I'm sure I'll hear that at home.
Parks again with the carry. He is a load. Glad I don't have to try to tackle that dude. He'll have a run of about a yard. Broncos have done really good against him. I mean, really making him work. He might, by the end of this thing, be over 100 yards. He had over 60 at halftime.
Most of it on one drive.
Yeah. Giving him 3 yards on that carry. All of it after contact, I would say. Turn handoff, Parks again. And swarming defense. 7 guys there at the point of attack. They were the only guys who didn't show up to the party were the corners. They had work to do out here on the edge.
That's right.
Ends up being just a gain about a yard. We'll give it to him and call it 3rd down at 6.
That's what they've done that all year. That's what they've been so good at. Is gang tackling. You know, they're helping their friends out, and that's good to see.
Well, you have to. They're undersized. You mentioned that a few times, but they're super fast. So that allows you to gang tackle because they can get there. Pitch it out here. He's got his man a little off the mark, and that'll fall incomplete. Intended for Andrew Jeske. And
you know, and by gang tackling, you know, if you have 2 and 3 guys, it's just the odds are better. You know, if it's 3-on-1, you know, 9 times out of 10, the 3 guys are going to win that battle.
Yep. Unless Flores had gotten ahead of steam on that muffed punt.
Well,
it'll take more than 3 probably.
Yeah, that might take 6 or 7.
There's another one. It's going to end up in the old safety. Mark Debiak going to fly in there and get that one, a safety.
Might be a touchdown. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Touchdown. Even better. I saw you jumped on top of the ball. That's right. Didn't tackle that guy. So, a touchdown. Sorry, Mark. He'll have more opportunities, I'm going to guess, in the next couple of years for him. And so, some bad to worse. punting game has not been great. We mentioned the low snap a moment ago, and then we have it again here. Right there, man. So Mark Debiak tacks on another one.
You got to think the Brave coaches are, going to go back to the drawing board on their special teams this week.
Rocco Russo punches through another one, and the Broncos lead it 40-0. Here we're Bonner. We're back in 30. You're watching Spring Hill High School Athletics on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Pretty good now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're real good. 40-0, 4:47 to play. Broncos putting this one away. Other games going on across our network. Tonganoxie is at Eudora tonight. Lewisburg hosting Kansas City Piper. Baldwin's at Hayden. And down in southeast Kansas, the Girard Trojans, actually not in South Kansas, not that far away. Nice. Could be a touchback. I think that stayed in play.
I think so too.
Zach Dalton doing it all. Kicking it away that time, putting in another touchback, back-to-back touchdowns. He had a really good one. Trojans, I mentioned, are at Anderson County trying to go to 4-0 for the first time since 1999. Looks like they're going to do that. Those things hold true. Not that any of our Spring Hill listeners probably care too much about Trojan football, but too bad.
Be surprised.
As long as I'm the voice of the Broncos, I'll be giving you updates on Girard Trojan high school football. So, especially when they're good.
I'm sure there's some people listening that care a lot about Girard.
First down and 10. At the 20-yard line after the touchback, turn handoff again, Parks, and I think this is basically what you're seeing from the Braves is let's go home. Let's go home.
Let's get out of here without anybody getting hurt.
Yeah.
Second and 8 for the Braves.
So Bonner try to make something happen. Parks. Gritty performance really by him tonight. Carrying the load. He'll fake it to him. Keeper this time by Whetstone again, trying to dive forward. Good effort there by him. Up near the 24-yard line. Bill Valley, taking care of business against Lawrence. They're pretty good.
Yeah. Two-time defending state champions.
It's 3 out of the last 5, too, I believe.
I think you might be right.
Third down and 6.
Olathe West is all over Olathe North, 20-0.
That'll be an upset. Rolling, looking, pressure coming from behind. Oh, Daniel Mitchell. Sit down. Nice play by Daniel coming up and stopping that one right where it started. It's a small gain. I'll give him a catch of 1 yard. But it's a 4th down and 5 and likely another punting situation. They will bring in another punter. It's the third one of the game, I believe. Hayden Hernandez this time.
And it's going to be blocked again.
Loose ball. Debiak has a touchdown in this game. And how about another blocked punt and very good field position for Spring Hill. This has kind of gone from bad to worse here over the last few possessions.
I think Bonner would be better off just going forward on 4th down.
They literally would be in 2 straight plays. They would have been better off. Yep.
I mean, they're not even 10 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Just sometimes when the wheels start to come off, there's no stopping it. It's certainly not. I don't think this is that type of team. at times been very impressive tonight. And if things had gone maybe more their way on those first couple of drives, this is a different ball game. But when things started to go bad, it went bad in a hurry. And keep the starting offense out there as well here with under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Keeper again by Pankey. He's got a blocker out in front of him. Going to try to go to the edge. Fletcher Pankey trying to rumble forward. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 1 yard line, but a nice gain, maybe the 2. As that started at the 17. And it's going to be at the 2, so it's a gain of 15 on the run by Pankey. And a first down and goal from the 1.
He wanted to taste that end zone again.
Turn, handoff, Pipkin, feed the beast. He's had a nice load all day long. He's been carrying it most of the game, and now he gets paid a little bit with a 2-yard touchdown plunge by Draven Pipkin. And he did by halftime. He had 11 carries in the first half. He's added to that quite a bit here in the second half, so he was due for a score, and he gets it. A 2-yard touchdown run by Pipkin. And Rocco Russo going to come on to kick the PAT to make it 47-point game. Kicks up and good. 2:08 to play in the third. Broncos in charge right now. We're back in 30 seconds on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Zach Knowlton back on to kick it away for the Broncos. Here's they lead 47-0 over the Bonner Springs Braves on homecoming night, looking to move to 4-0 on the season. Yep, you're right, Matt. They've scored over 40 points in now 3 out of 4 games, and the only one they didn't was that first week against Lewisburg where they scored 31. So over 30 in 4 straight weeks. That's pretty good. And 3 straight touchbacks by Zach Knowlton.
Dude's everywhere.
First and 10 for the Braves at their own 20.
And it will be first and 10 at the 24 Bonner. Back here next Friday night, October 1st. Big one between the Spring Hill Broncos and the DeSoto Wildcats. DeSoto, you get that scores on there for that. They missed a game due to COVID, perhaps. They had one cancellation on their schedule. And I only know because the team that they were supposed to play went over to Missouri and played that night. So I'm going to guess that was something related to that, or speculation certainly on my part, but it's called an educated guess. I could text Coach King, I guess, and ask. I just didn't.
I don't see a DeSoto score. I don't know if they're off again.
Well, they'll be fresh, maybe. I had them.
DeSoto is up 27-7 over Lansing right now, or at least when this was reported.
So DeSoto was 1-1. They'll move to 2-1. They'll be coming in at 2-1. And DeSoto had a real good run of kids. Jackson Miller was on that team a year ago. He was a really good quarterback, and we'll see what they have to replace him. But should be a good competition for the Broncos and get a little test next week.
Yeah, that should be a good one. I'm excited to see that one.
Second down and 6. New quarterback for Bonner, but Park's still doing his job, and that big kid's going to pop one off at some point.
Yeah.
That was a big one there, a gain of 15, maybe 16 on the run by Parks.
Eudora and Tongi going down to the stretch, 21-14. Fourth quarter starting. Eudora on top.
Well, Tongi in a few weeks up at Tonganoxie. They're down a little bit as well. They had a nice run of athletes. I think Frontier League in general is ripe for the picking.
I would agree.
And
usually one of the toughest,
the Harvesters are there down there in purple and gold. Those guys.
That's right.
A little apple picking, Caden. 'Tis the season for some apple picking. It's a gain of 2 on the run by Parks. He's got 3 straight carries here. That should be the final play of the third quarter. We head to the fourth quarter. Broncos in full control of this one. Braves trying to make something positive happen in the fourth. We'll see if they do when we return in 1 minute on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
For over 47-0. Broncos trying to force another punt here by Bonner. 2nd down and 8. And a penalty flag comes in. It's a legal procedure of some kind.
Is this Bonner's 4th quarterback or 3rd?
We don't know because neither one of us are real sure if the starter actually started. I don't. In hindsight, looking back now, I don't believe number 5, Jay Smith, who I'd done all the prep on and
he must not have.
Was prepared to report on. It's not really a very good excuse on my part to not look at the number. I just assumed who the quarterback was going to be was the quarterback. But I believe it was probably the 3rd quarterback we're looking at here. And this is kind of some mop-up time here for him, trying to get some experience. Is Caleb Farmer. He'll hand off to Parks. The penalty flag is going to come out. That might be a face mask of some kind, perhaps, at the tackle. We'll see.
On the carry, 44, Peyton Park.
It was an offsides against Spring Hill that gave him the free 5 yards.
There is a flag on the play.
And now another flag. It's been a pretty clean game. There haven't been a ton of flags, not a lot of penalties. It is face mask. So Broncos giving them some freebies right now.
Now it appears that Spring Hill's got some underclassmen in, so that can be expected a little bit. So this is a good learning experience for them.
Might be the first time Bonner's been inside Spring Hill territory in the second half, and maybe one of only a couple times in the game.
Sure.
And it'll be 1st down and 10 now for Bonner at the 44-yard line. Farmer looking, lets it fly. Ball down the field. He's got his man behind the coverage, and he's going to be brought down, but a big play, biggest play of the game so far. All the way down inside the 5.
It's a good throw.
And it will be a 41-yard pitch and catch. Catch was made by, I thought it was 2. Who was it?
I'm not.
And it will be a 40. What did you say, Caden? That's what I thought. They didn't say that on the PA. It was number 2, Bryce Went, made that catch. A 41-yard catch, turn a handoff and a run by Parks. Bonner knocking on the door, 2nd down and goal at the 1.
So we'll see Parks again.
They better feed it to him. He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Bonner. Big play on the pass. And then a 1-yard touchdown run by Parks. That was officially the 7th play of that drive.
Obviously aided by a couple Spring Hill penalties, but, the young guys need to learn.
We do have a running clock here. I don't know if you noticed that, bottom of your screen. PAT will come on. Hayden Hernandez going to kick this one for Bonner. Whetstone to hold. Snaps back, holds down, kick is no good. And that will remain the score. 47-6. Broncos are on offense. We'll return 8:40 to play. It won't be that when we come back. In 30 seconds, you're watching Bronco football.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
(47-6), 7:48 now to play. Is a running clock here in this fourth quarter. A lopsided victory in week number 4. They've basically had lopsided victories in 4 straight weeks. Broncos hitting on all cylinders. You mentioned the number of seniors, and that's a lot of times devalued if you have really good players, but I never underestimate a team that's got a lot of seniors, kids who have played sports together, even if it's not football, just played sports together.
Sure.
It just makes you difference. In this senior class, it's kind of some we talked about harvest time. It's harvest time for them as well.
Absolutely. Just all that experience, 4 years in a program. They know where to go. They know where to be. The receivers know the routes. The linemen know their responsibilities.
Consistency among your coaching staff. So understand the program. That dude is offsides by about 4 yards.
Yeah. I thought it was on this.
Yeah, full head of steam going. And it will be these cords, Matt, are going to be the death of me. I mean, I'm real tangled here. Rolly chair and a long headphone cord. That's how I go out. I can see that happening. I can see of worse ways to go.
That's true.
As a broadcaster, Caden, Chief's going to get it squared away this week? I hope so. That sounds a lot of confidence. You guys saw you on TV last week. Your TV stuff is supposed to be done exclusively on Spring Hill Sports Live. I don't know what you're doing on CBS or whatever. Well, I need to talk to your agent. That made it into the basket over the far side. That's where he was aiming. That was amazing. Call the dude perfect, guys.
Couldn't do that again if you tried.
Kick is turned out, kicked out of bounds.
So it will be out of bounds, and Broncos we'll see the backups into the ball game here on this one, I suspect.
Probably see some Luke Metcalf again at quarterback. He's run the show the last few weeks as the backup QB.
Spring Hill takes over at their own 40. First and 10 Broncos.
And this is some program building stuff that I don't think people realize as well. If you get some lopsided wins and these kids get more reps, by the time they're seniors, they played so much more competitive high school football that it really there were some runs in the past. I was talked about St. Mary's Colgan down in southeast Kansas is my reference point, that when they were going well, there's a run off the left side, going to have a big old head of steam and lots of running room across the 45 up near the 40-yard line. What a nice run. It was such a big hole over here for Colton McKenna, the 5'9", 170-pound sophomore. But those teams that were rolling and
they have depth.
So much depth. You develop so much depth. And kids play more. More kids come out because, hey, we're going to get a chance to play more.
Yeah.
Because we're beating teams by 40. So get in there and get your reps. Big time. I will never forget my first varsity snap. And it was in a blowout game, just like everybody gets their first chances. And
well, the more of them you have, the better you are going in next year.
Metcalf again, hand off the can of good hands and good eyes to get that open field.
A little extracurricular activity going on there in the defensive backfield. 81 was driven all the way down to his own sideline from about the hash.
3 for the Broncos at the Braves, 33.
So 20-yard run and now an 8-yard run, maybe 7 for McKenna. And he's right back behind Metcalf. Turn, hand it to him again, tried to change directions, and he's buried by the big fella, number 53, Larry Crane III.
Larry Crane III.
Well, LC3 makes a tackle, a gain of just a 1 on the play for McKenna. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2 for the Broncos.
Join us next week. Pregame coverage will start at 6:40. Kickoff at 7 o'clock right back here at Spring Hill High School. Turn handoff, first down on a carry by Norian Terrell. 5'9", 151-pound sophomore running back. And Terrell will move the chains.
Good conversion for the offense. It's good to see.
3-yard pickup. Wide receiver near side is Kelson McAllister. Also here is Lawrence Dominic. Wide receiver far side. James Allen's out there on that far sideline.
Break, 28-yard line.
And I believe, I can't see the number very well, I believe it's Zachary Means is the slot on that far side, and then now Terrell behind Metcalf. They'll go to him again, ball loose, and Metcalf's got to let go of that ball a little bit more. I think
right. Just rode
Terrell was ready to go, but
And
so.
And those are the mistakes you need to make right now. The game's out of hand. The coaches can work with them and say, okay, you got to decide sooner. And that's reps.
You still got a yard gain on it, too. Didn't lose anything.
He did.
2:15 to play. Making a breakfast casserole in the morning, Caden, for my little sister's birthday. So I got to stop by Price Chopper on the way home and get some ingredients.
I will be at a cross-country meet in Ottawa, USA.
Yeah, you will.
It's a very tough course. It's at an old rock quarry.
Oh, here's McKenna.
Nice run.
Rocking and rolling as he gets across the 10 up near the 5-yard line. That's another great run. McKenna's going to have some nice stats. That's a gain of 23 or 22 as it's a yard short of there. So he's had runs of 20, 22, and 7 on this drive and 1. So he's got 4 carries. And this young crew is 90 seconds to play, trying to punch one more in.
I'm sure their heart's beating just a little bit faster. They're excited, want to score that first varsity touchdown as a squad.
Coach is going to pull them off. They're going to have one more play, and they're going to take a knee. That's going to be my guess. Turn, handoff. Better make it work here, and he will. Terrell's going to punch it into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Norian Terrell. Where was that at?
He was on about the 6.
6-yard out. 6-yard touchdown run by Terrell.
Setting up for the extra point, number 12, Caleb Chandler.
And hang a half 100 over.
2 weeks in a row over 50.
This will, again, I think the competition is probably their biggest Achilles heel, but it's not like they're playing nobody, and the competition is they're putting them away. It's not they're letting things stay close with some of this competition. So if
it hasn't been in question,
beating Lewisburg, beating Paola, those are nothing to sneeze at.
That's right.
They'll let the clock continue to wind here. That would probably be the final thing. We'll see if they even kick it off. I say don't, and I think Bonner's probably thinking the same thing.
They're ready to go home.
Let this thing go. 54-6 is going to be your final score here in this one. As we'll come back and recap it again, the way this thing started and kind of the first quarter all around, it was a 7-point game after 1.
That's right.
And things kind of started going in the right way. A few mistakes in the second half by Bonner put it at this lopsided affair, but Fletcher Pankey leads him out to shake hands. Another excellent performance by him and his offense, and the defense doing their part as well here tonight as they knock off Bonner 54-6. We'll come back and talk about it as we kick off the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center postgame show. Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center is Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center. They work with all insurance companies and can get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. 54-6, the Broncos are 4-0 on this season here in 2021. We'll talk about it next when we return on the Shoemaker Collision postgame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
And 5.
Pankey Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos!
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Good look in there in that post-game meeting between the Broncos and the coaching staff and giving the attaboy, saying, hey, 4-0, we've taken care of work and time to go back to work. The biggest test probably of the season, to be honest with you, is next week. I looked at that schedule, and I get to prognosticate because I'm not performing and I'm not coaching. But if you look at the rest of this schedule and the way that those other teams, Tonganoxie down just a little bit, certainly winnable, it's not out of the realm of possibility. You knock off DeSoto next week, you're undefeated going into the end of the year. I mean, they literally, all the rest of them are certainly winnable, and I think DeSoto is next week as well. You got to be careful not to look ahead all that stuff, and now you don't have to because I think your biggest test is coming up next week. In this one, though, let's run through real quickly. It was Bonner would have the first drive of the ball game, and probably one of their best drives of the night, but end up having to turn it over on downs. Broncos punt. A bad punt by Bonner on their next drive gave the Broncos really good field position, and their best chance to score at that point was 6:38 to play. They took over at the Bonner 27-yard line. 4 plays later, a 2-yard Fletcher Pinckey touchdown gave them a 7-0 lead. Nearly get a gift there on the ensuing kickoff, a forced fumble by Richardson, who had another stellar game defensively. End up being down by contact, but Bonner would start deep inside their own territory. Their best drive of the game all night long, one of their best opportunities, but end up being thwarted by a Carter Meade interception. Meade with an interception of 2 touchdowns tonight. Not a bad night for a senior on homecoming.
Not at all.
And the interception was 50 seconds left to go in the first quarter, so it was 7-0 after 1. When you look at a 54-6 score, you can't believe that hardly. Spring Hill goes to punt. They snap it over their head, give a really good opportunity to Bonner as they take over the Spring Hill 15. This is probably the most pivotal play of the game. If things go that way for Bonner, they take advantage of the snap over the head and score it 7-7 with 10 to go in the first half. But they don't. They have to settle for a field goal and a blocked field goal, and at that point, it was on like Donkey Kong because Spring Hill takes over at their own 23-yard line with 10-11 to play in the first half. And they go 9 plays, capped off at a 9-yard touchdown run by Carter Meade. They did miss the point after attempt. It was 13-0. Pumped by Bonner. Broncos add to lead, and this one things started kind of going in their favor. And eventually they take over the Bonner 49-yard line, inside territory again. 7 plays. This time it's a 3-yard touchdown plunge by Pinckey. And with 2:04 to play in the first half, it's 19-0. It would be halftime. That's what would be the score at halftime. Broncos take the very first drive, 5 plays, big plays. And it's a 23-yard pitch and catch, probably the play of the game. We don't do that, but I would say it would be on the 23-yard pitch and catch, mostly a run after catch by Zach Knowlton. It was an RPO. He got on the edge and does what he do. A little beak and a B button, spin around, dive for the pylon. It's a great play. Go back and watch it on Spring Hill Sports Live. or if you were smart enough and fast enough, you get it on your easy relic.
That's right. Got to be fast.
26-0 was the score at that point. Another turnover on downs, and then Carter Mead on a short field. The Broncos start at the Bonner 17. Take them a while. It still goes 7 plays, but eventually Carter Mead punches it in for his second score, a 1-yard score. And then at that point, it was kind of over for the most part. Broncos would score again, 40-0. They would tack on another one, 2 plays, a run by the big fella Pipkin, who was well over probably 20 carries tonight, probably eclipsed close to 100 yards tonight as well. Really got going in that one, and the Broncos just kind of cruised to victory. And then the JV comes in and does what they need to do and punches one in late, makes it 54-6, your final score. The Broncos win it here on the postgame show. We'll take one final timeout. We'll come.
A great collision on the field. Awesome.
Oops. We'll come back out and wrap things up here on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center postgame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Back here one final time on the Shoemaker Collision post-game show. B.J. Harris, Matt Jones, Caden Carbajo as the Broncos win it here tonight on homecoming, 54-6 over the Bonner Springs Braves. And now 4 games into it, Matt, you start to kind of make people at least on the outside. Now, if you got the program that I think Jason Feedback has built here at Spring Hill, that kind of outside stuff doesn't matter. But when you start looking at this 4-0, there's not a lot of 4-0 teams left. You start trying to decide, are they for real, and what kind of damage can this Spring Hill do in a 5A, with the exception of Mill Valley, I think is fairly wide open over here.
Well, I would agree. Like we've talked about earlier, the Frontier League is, I don't know if down's the word, but it's definitely more wide open than it usually has. It's not Paola and Lewisburg leading the charge, so.
Or Tonganoxie.
Or Tonganoxie.
They had a little run there. Even a year ago, it was way more competitive probably.
Sure. They just, next week against DeSoto won't make the mistakes that we've seen the last 2 weeks. It's probably going to be a lot less likely that Spring Hill starts the ball on the opponent's 40.
Right.
So it'll be a really good test. Broncos need to come out, play clean football, and do what they've been doing. They're going to have some of the best athletes on the field. There's no question about it. With all those seniors, this is a time for they can really make a statement next week.
DeSoto, very well coached. Brian King, I call him a friend. I've known him for a long time. We played in the Shrine Bowl together 20 years ago, believe it or not, and a really good coach. You want to see well-coached teams. Next week will be one to watch it and fun to watch, too, because both coaching staffs are very creative in what they do. They use their athletes well, and it's a lot of fun. I've done a lot of games that were kind of 7-0 bloodbaths, and those are fun too from time to time, but on video I like the offenses a little bit, and we'll get a chance to see that next week. Again, pregame coverage will start at 6:40. I'm going to see my daughter break an ankle here real quick, trying to race up the stairs and get destroyed. Don't get hurt, please. Going to 6:40 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff, right back here at Spring Hill High School. That'll be it for next week. We won't have any other broadcasts other than football next week. Still have some volleyball, still have some soccer coming up as well. I know I've had some requests for that. We are getting that worked out, and we'll have some soccer broadcasts coming up here in the month of October. It's going to do it for us here tonight. For Caden Carbajo and our partner next to me, Matt Jones, and BJ Harris saying so long tonight from Spring Hill. Broncos take care of business on homecoming over the Bonner Springs Braves. They moved to 4-0 on the year. Try to make it 5-0 next week against DeSoto.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency, Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.